Our typical board and train program tends to be a 3-week program. We do offer 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and a 5-week option. Obviously, depending on the dog's behavior and the goals that you're looking to reach, those programs that would be best for you is going to vary. Our typical program is 3 weeks. That's what most people do sign up for. If we're looking at a serious case of human aggression or dog aggression, then we tend to opt for a 4-week or a 5-week program. But in 3 weeks, we deal with general reactivity, anxious dogs, and just problem behaviors like begging at the table, jumping on guests, pulling on leash, and dogs who don't want to come when called. We all know everybody has that issue. So in a typical 3-week program, you would drop your dog off, and in that first 1 day, 2 day, and week, we're really working on building a good relationship with your dog. Because let's face it, training has a lot to do with the relationship that you share with your dog. If they don't trust you or they don't look to you for leadership or guidance, then that tends to be one of the main issues that we face. So because they're not our dog, we spend a lot of the first day or two working on just general relationship building. And that tends to be with a lot of food and reinforcement. So we want dogs to come in nice and hungry. So we typically ask owners not to feed their dog breakfast the morning that they're coming in for training. So we use that food and we use a lot of snacks and treats to make sure that not only are we introducing certain commands, but we're doing it with a lot of positive reinforcement. Again, helping us build that relationship with your dog. After that, we start introducing training collars and working that into obedience once your dog already has that foundation. In the first week, we spend a lot of time building that foundation. Sit, down, place, heel, and come when called. Again, with food and typically with a training collar. And then we progress from there. Now, we hear a lot of clients say, how do I not mess this up when my dog comes home? Well, it's pretty simple. After your dog has all of the basics and the foundation, then we take that and it's our job to teach you. So your dog may already have that basic foundation and all of the training after their 3-week program, but it's our job to teach you. And so we do that in a series of lessons. So we do a pre-go home lesson, which would be 1 lesson prior to your dog returning home. So we can start teaching you the foundation and the basics. And that is basically just with the leash and a training collar and a bunch of food. Then we actually pack your dog up and all of their stuff and bring them home to you. And after that, we do a 2-hour lesson in your home. And so that 2-hour lesson is going to cover all of the off-leash basics and foundation, all of the commands, and everything you need to do to help transition your dog back to a life at home. Because we do understand that living at home is going to be a lot different than living with us. So we teach you what to do to make sure that that transition goes really smooth. After that, you get to come to a free group class. So we have you and your dog come in for training in one of our group classes. And that allows you more access to us and your dog back in a really familiar environment with other dogs and people, and then also with you working them. We find that being back in a familiar environment really helps your dog be successful, but it also helps you to be able to work with them. Finally, we do a follow-up lesson, and that follow-up lesson tends to be back here at our place, but we can also go to Home Depot or the park, wherever you may be struggling with your dog, or maybe wanting to tune or tweak something that you're seeing. And so we take you out into maybe a new environment and help you work your dog around a whole bunch of distractions. So that's pretty much the basic of our board and train and how it all works. And we just want to make sure that you guys are being able to live life with your best friend after their training program, because it's about the relationship and the bond that you two have together so that you can learn how to lead them through life and they can learn exactly what you want so that you two can live harmoniously together.